Oh, how about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless. Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player or do you go after a position of need? Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you instant impact right there? That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team. Because if you pass on certain positions, there's no guarantee you're going to see him again. One Steeler's been selected already, and it probably wouldn't be a surprise to see a second go here. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Now they've been handed a tough choice. 3 guys from the same position. Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. So there you go. You've wrapped up your first draft. From where I sit, it looks like a pretty good squad. But now it's time to prove it. Take a moment to modify your lineup if you'd like, or if you're ready to roll, feel free to jump right into game number 1.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. It's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into a huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run. It's Kareem. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Come on, let's go! On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Dwayne Allen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They come up in an offset. Now this is Tony Dorsett, the Hall of Famer out of Pitt. Cuts back, left sideline. A big play there for Carolina. 62 yards. And the elder statesman with a big run. He's hit that dreaded 3-0. He still can churn it.
I love the way you treat him with respect.
Respect.
Elder statesman. You didn't just call him an old guy or anything like that.
Elder statesman.
I love the way he can still play. Talk about running it with savvy now.
Throwing is Wilson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. On third down, Wilson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Wilson escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run again with Vereen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Let's go!
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Dorsett. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And able to find Conley. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it'll be Dorsett. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Hey, big drive right here. 280.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Tony D. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the toss, it's Dorsett. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Tony Dorsett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll come out in the pistol. Final play of the half, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Yards still left on second down. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing is Wilson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And quickly they get to the line.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll come out in the pistol. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Backing up. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Wilson. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Tim Brown, 43 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Cundefon for the PAT.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
Come on, let's go!
A second down throw for Prescott. And he's got Shockey. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
Here we go!
Prescott off the play fake to McFadden. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Cedric Thornton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go! What? 9!
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Flushed out right. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additions.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side.
What? 90! What? 90!
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Shreds the tackle. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, let's go! Brad!
desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. The Broncos unable to